This is my little twin. When I was little, this is how I looked.
Why is my neck so long?
You said, why is your neck so long?
Yeah.
I don't know. You haven't grown into it.
What do you get if you cross a cat with a parrot? A carrot. That's not that funny.
We're accustomed to Kandi Burruss taking center stage, but her daughter Riley Burruss has subtly grown up in front of us, going from a shy child to a confident young woman. Riley has a lot to say about her well-known mother now that she is in the public eye. Kandi Burruss has made a remarkable history as a Grammy-winning artist and one of the most talked about Real Housewives of Atlanta personalities. Her hustle, high-profile turmoil, and witty comebacks have delighted us for years.
On me and what I got going. That's where I'm at right now, because I'm like, time shows and proves. Time shows and proves.
Since the beginning of Real Housewives of Atlanta in 2008, when her formative years aligned with Kandi's rise to prominence, Riley Burruss has been in the public eye. Early on, Kandi made it clear that Riley came first, despite juggling her relationships, friendships, and profession. Riley's popularity increased along with C's, and fans began to recognize her. During the drama and mayhem that characterized the episodes, Riley was a small child who was regularly spotted helping her mother. Riley has grown into an independent young woman as of May 2024. Kandi, who has always emphasized the importance of education, was pleased for her daughter when she recently obtained her degree from New York University. Riley's graduation was more than simply an important occasion. It was the result of years of overcoming the difficulties of being a celebrity child, and her time at NYU wasn't without its contours and veils. Many thought that her choice to pursue a career in music was a reflection of her mother's influence. Even though she initially intended to obtain a degree in nutrition, she decided to pursue a career in music, not simply to follow in Kandi's footsteps, but also to gain insight into the industry from her own perspective. Riley has admired Kandi's work ethic after witnessing her success as a singer, producer, and business tycoon. Riley has, however, also stated that she wants to forge her own identity, which is not always straightforward when your mother is as famous and successful as Kandi. Riley's journey hasn't held back from addressing the challenges of growing up in a culture influenced by stardom and success, even as she largely mirrors Kandi's hustle. Her choice to become a musician shows that she is prepared to integrate her own goals with the knowledge she has gained from her mother's line of work. Achievement. Riley recently spoke openly about how her upbringing shaped her perspective on life, stating that while she is grateful for the opportunities her mother's career has provided, it wasn't always straightforward to grow up in Kandi's shadow. Riley talked about how, as a child, the pressures of celebrity affected her sense of self, especially when fans and the media attacked her appearance and mannerisms. Viewers gained an understanding of the emotional toll that celebrity can have on a young person through these candid moments, and one of Riley's more surprising while she forges her own path. Riley also thought about the fine line that separates luxury from pressure. Her upbringing in a household where financial difficulties were never an issue gave her access to incredible opportunities, but it also came with high expectations. Riley said she sometimes felt the need to prove herself, even though she was thankful for the luxuries her childhood provided. Beyond her family name, fans were moved by Riley's sensitive moments and applauded her for her honesty and maturity. Furthermore, it's clear that the Burruss family dynamic is evolving in ways we're only now beginning to understand because Kandi left Roe to focus on other projects.
Oh, okay. So everybody knows that this year, they took like a few extra months between the seasons to figure out what they want to do.
How long do they normally take to tell? So this is the announcement of the cast, right?
Right. Normally, after we finish the reunion, people get their letters to know, that they're going to pick up and go to the next season or not, right? But they were like, oh, well, we got to figure some things out. And so during that time, people know I work all the time anyway. But, I started to have some other movie opportunities, a lot of other things that were happening that I can't even talk about. And I was just like excited about being able to spend more time with my family, but working and not being stressed and having to argue and go back and forth.
Was that
When Riley Burruss' comments on growing up with Kandi went viral, fans wanted to see how Key herself would respond. As is customary, Kandi handled the matter with dignity and pride, proving once more in interviews and social media posts why she is a favorite among fans. Kandi emphasized her love for Riley and her pride in the amazing lady her daughter has grown into, despite the fact that others might expect a defensive response. Despite acknowledging that she wasn't a perfect parent, Kandi instead highlighted Riley's accomplishments and independence. Kandi also admitted that balancing her massive. She noted how difficult it was to juggle her numerous roles as an artist, businesswoman, and mother, especially in Riley's early years. Fans, many of whom have followed her journey on Real Housewives of Atlanta, found resonance in her openness about these challenges. Kandi saw Riley's openness as evidence of their strong bond, which is founded on mutual respect and open communication despite any challenges. Kandi's constant pride in her daughter was made clear by Riley, and she regularly radiates happiness over Riley's accomplishments, from her scholastic achievements to her evolving career goals. Kandi recently wrote a post to celebrate Riley's graduation, saying she was proud to see Riley follow her dreams and carve out her own path. While Key's career has been going through a transformative phase over the past year, choosing to focus on new acting and production endeavors, such as her Broadway production, the piano lesson, and acting, these milestones show that the lessons she tried to teach Riley about perseverance and hard work have paid off. Even while Kandi's life has been more focused on her profession on shows like The Chi, these adjustments have also required sacrifices at home. Riley's thoughts were likely influenced by Kandi's openness regarding the impact her busy schedule had on her family. But this isn't the first time Kandi and Riley have faced public criticism, and it won't be the last. Their relationship has always been characterized by their capacity to face challenges head-on, and Psy's supportive reaction to Riley's comments shows how close they are.
You think about how much she not only went through on the show, but brought to the show. When she came on, she was with AJ. He, but between filming her first season and shooting the reunion, she lost him. Mama Joyce was disapproving of AJ in her first season. This was season 2 of Atlanta. It was Kandi's first season. She also, in those early seasons, did the music and wrote Party for the Party, which has become, canon. I mean, it's just iconic to the moment.
As if the Burruss family wasn't already well known, Riley's impending reality show, Making It in Manhattan, is putting her front and center. The program will track Riley's growth as she transitions from college to starting a music career. A lot of supporters have personal ambitions and aims. Riley's decision to take center stage at this event for the first time without Kandi by her side is courageous. With Manhattan approaching, it's difficult to ignore the timing, and the publicity around Riley's comments has surely raised curiosity about what she'll contribute as a reality star. In contrast, Riley has maintained that her candor was her method of speaking the truth, but some fans are even wondering if her recent disclosures were staged to generate excitement for her show. There will undoubtedly be more Bravo kids like G. Judas and Brooks Marks. Both Gia and Brooks have successfully used their parents' celebrity to carve out niches for themselves in the entertainment and fashion industries, despite Riley's focus on the music profession setting her apart from many Bravo kids who chose careers far from the spotlight. Riley appears to have made a deliberate effort to position herself as a media celebrity by embracing reality TV personality. Even though Riley's revelations may have taken center stage for the time being, her new reality show, Making It in Manhattan, promises to provide viewers a more in-depth insight into Riley's journey as they see her grow up. Given her goals and her perspective on life outside of her mother's shadow, This next chapter seems like a natural next step in Riley and Kandi's shared story.
Red carpet for the Grammys, and you announced that you were leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I wasn't sure how I was going to tell people at the time, right? And but it was kind of like boiling inside of me. So my friend, she asked me on the red carpet, and I was like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, girl. I'm not going back. I feel like that was the best way because it was my way, and it let me leave on my own terms. And it made it so I couldn't change my mind. When Andy called me, he was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And I was like, well, I guess I don't know how I feel about it either. Yeah. At first, I was fine until he called. And then he started saying all these things about how he was going to miss and how much he loved, our relationship. And he had me kind of teary-eyed on the phone, to be honest. And it made me feel like, wow, I'm glad we have this relationship. And I didn't leave on a bad note. We still have that relationship. I still support him. I feel like we have a friendship. I'm glad it's that way.
Following Riley Burruss' candid comments regarding her upbringing becoming viral, fans quickly took to social media to voice their perspectives. Riley received a lot of praise for being forthright and tackling the difficulties of having a well-known parent. Riley is so brave for speaking her truth, someone commented. Growing up in the spotlight isn't easy, and her viewpoint is interesting. I've watched Riley grow up on Roe, and it's inspiring to see her embrace her own voice, said another commenter. She is undoubtedly the daughter of her mother. Supporters showered her article with encouraging comments, congratulating her on her courage and recognizing that even the most spectacular lives have their share of challenges. For sharing the details of her relationship with Kandi, but not everyone had kind things to say. According to a supporter, this feels like something that should have stayed private. No need to put family business out there like that. A different supporter commented, I want to share your story, but Riley needs to remember her mom's sacrifices for her success. This feels a little ungrateful. Fans have been posting jokes, thoughts, and even hypotheses about what might be going on behind the scenes using popular hashtags like RileyLeakV and Burruss Family Drama. One example of viral material was a movie created by fans that compared Riley's. What does this mean for confections? A new conversation on the pressures of being in the spotlight and how it impacts children of celebrities was sparked by earlier footage of her on Roe, which showed how much she has changed and grown over the years. Their family consists of Riley and Legacy. The Burruss family has shown to be strong and shows that their relationship goes beyond the cameras, whether it's Kandi managing her companies or Riley claiming the limelight on her own terms. As one of Bravo's most recognizable families, the enthusiasm around Riley's comments demonstrates how much the family matters to viewers. Viewers are still fascinated by their ability to strike a balance between their private hardships and public scrutiny. Riley is already making a name for herself in the entertainment world that is anchored in the family's history with her impending reality program. What are your thoughts on Riley disclosing personal information about her mother? Was she being truthful? Or was she behaving inappropriately? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. And remember to subscribe for more celebrity news updates. In particular, Riley's journey demonstrates how she is evolving into her own self by striking a balance between her wish to follow her own path and her respect for her mother's history.